Hey, black women. Okay, so I just finished listening to the last part of Women's Fairs Live entitled, was something like Waiting to Be Picked or something like that, where once again, the issue I have with this whole thing about these messages that are being pumped 24 hours a day to black women is that you're not good enough and that you need someone else to make you feel good about yourself when you don't. And you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship. You have to take care of yourself, which is why when I come on here and I make these videos giving you information about how to do things a different way to look for employment, invest to make more money, have more money, ways to save, ways to just educate yourself about money. That makes a difference in your life. Worrying about a male, and if you have one of those in your life, really doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay? I mean, that's true to a certain extent because it will make a whole hell of a lot of a difference if you're a weak woman and you allow this person to come into your life and totally destroy it. Totally destroy your children, your finances, your integrity, your standard of living. If you do that, then unfortunately you're going to be like many black women who allow those people to come in their lives and totally destroy it, and then they spend close to a decade trying to regain everything they lost and to put themselves in all the relationships back together that they have lost or severely messed up because of allowing these individual dudes into their lives. Yeah, that's the reality of things. But Naya, please get out the kitchen. I want to be here by myself. Get out. Thank you. Bye. So to sum up her her video, right, which I thought was ridiculous as always because she has a very uncanny way of always trying to give black women equal blame in a situation that is entirely the fault of men. Like the condition of the black community is all about men right now. This is their doing. It's their doing with the violence, the crime, the ignorance level. It's all them. Like when you really think about things in a real perspective, when you are someone's wife, or even go back further to someone's daughter, and you have a dysfunctional father and you have a weak mother or overly religious weak mother who feels like everything this dude says, even when she knows is wrong, she's going to allow it, she's going to make excuses for it, and she will literally let children get hurt, physically get assaulted, sexually get assaulted because she feels like whatever he says goes. And that is not how you are supposed to conduct yourself when you are an adult, and especially a grown woman. You know better. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And there are laws in this country for a reason. They're made to keep, for the most part, for several other reasons, but for the most part to keep people safe within their domestic domicile. Okay? So when you come from situations like that, where you had no one to protect you, no one to stand up for your vulnerabilities, your fears, your weakness, that's where the dysfunction breeds, right? It starts at home is a real goddamn thing. That's not just a cliche. So as a result of that, when you're messed up, and you don't have to be messed up in many ways, because I also heard another video today trying to stereotype all women who were sexually assaulted as if we, because I'm one of them, are the type of women that grow up to be overly promiscuous and always get into relationships with men who are abusive and who overly exploit us and every other dumb stereotype after that and after that. It's not true. Every individual is different. Everybody's different. Even if you are black women, like a lot of black women out here who are taught to be beaten down, have low self-esteem, and be taught that abuse is what you deserve because you don't deserve anything better than that. I'm here to tell you, you do deserve better than that, and you are worth much more than that. But in addition to that, even those women, sometimes something will ignite inside of them. You could call it the ancestors or or nature or God itself that will tell them, do not stand for that. And those people will begin to fight back. They don't often, prevail because they've had a lifetime of being beaten down. But for those that get that lucky shot and they're actually able to fight back, escape the situation, or change their life for the better, I'm here to testify that you can do it. And that there is no written in stone that you're forever doomed because something horrific has happened to you. Because if you're a black woman, odds are many things horrific has happened to you by the hands of black males. So when she was doing this live about being picked, she chose a black woman who was a professional to be the stereotype of the manosphere talking points, where this woman is sitting around with her education and, she's the proliferation of the stereotype come to life, right? So she's the black woman with the education, the degree, with no one to keep her warm at night. Because that degree will not keep you warm at night. The bullshit writes itself. So anyway, right? So she got this lady, whoever this, and a lot of these people on here, please believe me, are performing. Do you hear me? She came up with the term herself, women's fear of performative, which is, she didn't come up with that. It's always been a term. She just started using it first here on YouTube. But however, she's very performative herself, and she's very right when she says that a lot of the people on here are very performative because it makes them money. And the only reason why you ever see them yell and scream and heckle and want to go to war with each other is because they think that another person is usurping money from them that they think they deserve. So keep that in mind also. So anyway, this lady comes on and she gives this really drab story about how she despised and was jealous of the girls that didn't listen to their parents and didn't care about the boys but laughed when they got pregnant. Now let me tell you something. I also was one of them little girls that didn't listen to her parents and did things I wasn't supposed to do, and I didn't get pregnant. Everybody doesn't get pregnant. Not that I was out there sexing it up. That's not the case, but I just didn't listen to them. Was I places that I wasn't supposed to be when I was underage? Yes. But I was a lot smarter than the other girls because I always remember what my grandmother told me about older men, or older black males, I should say. So I never let them touch me. And I always carried a blade in case they tried it. I've always been like that. And let me tell you why I've been like that. See, the other thing that people don't know when they talk about statistics, probability, and stereotypes of black women, they don't factor in. Sometimes there are forces inside of us where the anger goes to settle, curdle, and grow, and fester to danger. You understand? So instead of me becoming a weak, shivering bitch that's always afraid of people, I went the other way. I turned into a person who has no problem hurting a man, who actually enjoys fucking up a man. I did enjoy it because if they try to do something to me and I'm given the opportunity to let loose on all that shit that I have pent up inside from when I was a little girl, where people were doing things to me and I could not defend myself, and my mother was so hooked on drugs she couldn't see it, and other people were too afraid to speak or just didn't want to get involved, I released all that on their ass. And I enjoy it. So these people, when they talk about things they don't know what they're talking about, they should stop. Because you can only speak about things that you have experienced and that you know how you would react in that situation, because every single person on this planet is different. Even what I just told you might be something like people would say, oh, that's crazy, she's crazy, she did whatever. But another person might take it even further than me. So that's why when they do all of these things, where I saw one lady today putting up like a little chart of healing and knowledge and all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, girl, that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. people work their shit out in their own time. Yes, everybody's on here screaming about therapy, and therapy works to help you learn to cope with shit. It does not always help you change into the better person. Take it from me, because I've been to therapy, and I've even had many different therapists that I could not stand, and I sat there looking at them like, you're really wasting my fucking time. And that's the honesty of it, because everybody, just because they have a title does not mean they're good at their job, right? So when you factor all that in, you just have to be a woman who, like black women, how what's that, Megan Thee Stallion said, bad women, bad babes have bad days, and then when they do, you just bounce back from it. I can't remember the original line from the song, but it's like something like bad babes have bad days too, but we bounce back just like bad babes do. I'm substituting the word because I don't like that word that much. But anyway, it's the truth, because when I hear this kind of stuff constantly being directed to black women, it is very clear that the people giving these messages are trying to keep you stuck in poverty, keep you stuck in dysfunctional relationships, and keep you on the black femicide list. And the reason they're doing it is because a lot of those people that subscribe to them, send the super chats, and whatever else it is, however else they get money, are guys that want to come here, or not here, because they would never be coming to my channel to hear any of that type of shit. But they go to other people's channels because they want to hear a black woman admonish and demean another black woman because she's not protecting the black males the way she's supposed to. Fuck black males. I'm all about black women, okay? And I know that causes me a lot of rifts in this black YouTube community, but I don't give a fuck. Because when I come to put out information, I do it for my black women so that they can be better at whatever it is they're trying to do. Like today. Listen, this is the nugget for today, right? It doesn't matter how you started out in life. Wherever you're at this very moment with me speaking to you, is where you need to begin to make either change going forward, or get up and just do whatever it is the hell you want to do this very moment, and never go back to what you did before. You understand what I mean? And I mean this in not like a major way, like, if you didn't want to live here no more, you get up, pack your shit, and move. Not that drastic, right? I mean, like, if it's something you want to learn, get up and begin. Take baby steps. If it's something you want to do, right? Let's say, like me, y'all know I've been telling y'all I've been postponing this trip to London for the longest. I almost went, and then I had a car accident and had to sit the hell down for a little while, and now I'm planning again. All right. So if it's something like that, take your time. Start dealing with your itinerary. Start putting your money away if you got to do that. Start getting your people together if you got to do that. Start doing everything you got to do so that you could get to where you want to go. If you need to graduate, start looking into what you want to major in, what you want to minor in. And then contact all the schools to find out, are there any prerequisites I have to take before I take this class? And if I do, does your school offer them? Do you also have weekends and night classes in case the schedule does not fit my lifestyle? Do you also offer these same courses online so that I can take them from home if need be? This is how you move it forward. This is how you change it, right? The thing that the majority of these people on here are never going to tell you is that every amount of change, no matter how big, no matter how small, works with education. All amounts of new education dictates how far you will change and where you will go in your life. I'm dead serious, okay? I'm very serious. Like, I told you guys, I'm still working on my Google certificate. I've been lazy, I will be honest. It's not like I've been hammering away. I've been doing other things as well. My main focus that I am like totally tunnel focused on is I'm trying to max out my Roth IRAs. Blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm concentrating on. So in order for me to do that, because I have a tendency to overspend on H&M's website like there's something mentally wrong with me, and I'm being honest, right? I have to sit down and now I have to literally start putting alerts on my phone and my bank account where I set I set a spending limit because I was going hard, right? Like I know you guys don't know this about me because you don't know me personally, but like everything I wear usually is H&M, even down to the damn shoes on my feet and the socks and underwear. I'm literally addicted to H&M. And it's because it's cheap and because it's stylish. It's good enough for me to get away with in a professional environment, which is why I do it. And I got so hooked on it when one of my coworkers had told me about it years ago, because I was a person that used to always shop at like Macy's, stuff like that, like the traditional stores. And it started getting very expensive, right? So I changed that. And all of these stories that I spin wildly out of control that you're figuring like, what the hell is Stephanie talking about? Where's she going with this? Is examples of change. Now, what I like, I don't always have the pocket for, right? So I have to curtail that into something that I can afford, right? Here's the most important part. That I can afford, that I don't have to ever worry about, right? Because they have coupons on that damn website where if you spend a certain amount of money each time, you get like $5 coupons monthly. And I spend a lot. So I could rack back up like $50 and $5 coupons in no time. I use them. Most important part, when you go into the store, and this is important for all my women out there that have children at home, shop for everybody. Bring in old clothes. They have a policy at this store. You just have to make sure they're honoring it at that store and go online and read the damn policy. They reuse and make new clothes from old clothes. So what you want to do is you want to take at least 3 to 6 articles of clothing, old clothes, for each purchase that you make. So let's say you got to go school shopping, right? And you got however many kids. For each kid, you bring 3 pieces of old clothes in a bag for that kid. And even if you got to stand at the register all day long making separate purchases, you get your 15% at the end of that purchase, because that's what it is. The policy says if you bring in 3 items, 3 used items of clothing, right, in a bag, they got to be clean, not disgusting and all that, right? Three old clothing items, 3 items, 3 different articles, you get 15% off your purchase. So what I used to do, when my daughter would say, oh, mommy, we need to go school shopping or whatever, and I didn't want to do it online, I would sit around, and when I clean out my closet, instead of taking that stuff to the Salvation Army like I used to, I would make little individual bags of 3-item clothings for when we went shopping in person to the store, H&M. And have each kid hold their bag, because she has 5 little ones. And I go shopping, my daughter go shopping, they go shopping. And then we would, sometimes do two people at a time, 3 people, or 1, depending on if we want all the discount for each purchase, then we're going to give 15% off each purchase. That's what we're going to do. Again, the moral of that story I just taught was change. And in change, the thing I just taught you is a way for you to save money. That 15% that you saved on that purchase, even if it's $5, you take that $5, you put it in a savings account, or you just put it in a jar in your house. I literally have a piggy bank. Do you hear me? Yes, I do. For dollars. And I also have a coin holder for miscellaneous change. Okay? And when I get the time, I will sit my butt down, take out a chunk of change, and I go to the bank, and they still give you those papers that you got to roll the pennies and stuff in. I will take my time, me and the grandkids, count the stuff out and roll them up and take it to the bank and deposit it in my bank account. That is money. And that is a way to inflate your bank account that you never thought about before, but it works. Okay? Also, remember I told you guys about the Acorn app, how that works? If you don't want to go to the bank and do a traditional Roth IRA, do it on Acorn. And then when you put your money in there, You just go back into your Acorn account and make sure that whatever investments that are inside that Roth IRA account are to your liking. If not, you try to fix it as much as you can on the computer. And if not, then you call customer service and have them fix it for you so that your money grows. And you just keep putting money in there, putting money in there, keep it in there so that by the time you retire, you will have close to $1 million. And that's all we care about. We care about being comfortable in this life for as long as we have it. Okay? Period. And think about what I'm saying. Like, don't get shit twisted, y'all. Youth is not long. Youth is a very small window of your life. So you're supposed to live your life for the middle age and be well set for all that old age you intend to be here for. Because I don't know about you, but I don't intend to going anywhere that soon. So if you like me, you're supposed to be thinking about all those years coming that you still want to be here living a good life. And don't forget, y'all, you can. Keep in mind what I'm about to say. And I want y'all to hold on to this video, play it back so you remember all these chunks and nuggets I'm giving you, right? Remember that thing I showed y'all a long time ago, boxable, casitas, small houses and all that? You could buy it off of Home Depot, right? Who else has it on their website? Amazon. And the Boxable itself, the Boxable company. Now, Boxable company has a waiting list of like 2 freaking years. Let me tell you why that's good. You get on that damn Boxable list, right? You know for a fact one of the smallest house, because they done upgraded, y'all. They got 2-story homes now with 2 and 3 bedrooms, like real houses. Okay, so they're going to eventually, when they get up and running and they start pushing that stuff out into the society, they're going to push out all these old homes that we're used to buying traditionally. Watch and see. So if you can, there's 2 things I'll ask you to do. Save your money to the side, because it takes $20,000 to invest in Boxable, where you get a dividend of over $100,000 a year. That is a promise. That is a written contract. It's written in the paperwork they sent me. So keep that in mind, okay? That's real. Make sure you, whenever you get stuff, even if you got to go to like the local law school and have a student lawyer or somebody look over your paperwork, always have a lawyer that deals with that exact field of law look over your stuff. There's always free attorney consultation or whatever, or even if you got to pay like $100, $50, get somebody to look over your paperwork, make sure it's right before you sign it. It is not going to hurt. I had to do that, but it's legit, okay? Because I didn't trust them. So I said, let me pay $50. Let me take this to a lawyer's office, let them read this and make sure that what they're telling me is actually going to be the case. It was. So I am going to do it, but right now I'm doing something else, okay? So keep that in mind. You got that going on, and then you put your money away. Get on the list first to get one of those units. Just get on the list. When they call you, if you change your mind, so be it. But here's the thing. You get on the list, you got a 2-year waiting period. You got 2 years to save money as much as you can, right? Or take out loans, whatever the hell you got to do. Get one of those, get some land. Now, here in New York State where I live, I could just Google it or go onto my state's website and find out what lots of land are being sold. Now, I would like to stay in the New York City, the 5 boroughs, in Nassau and Suffolk, if I can, right? If I can't, then I might have to venture up into upstate just a little bit. I ain't going too far, I'll tell you that right now, because I can't stand upstate. But that's not the point. You want to buy something, you want to own it. A lot of land. A lot of land is less than $10,000 in most states, right? Here's the kicker. That little lot of land could at least put one small house on that lot of land. Now, depending on where you live, you can either live in it yourself or rent it out and then get more land and put another another small house, whatever. And then you rent that out. And now you see how that goes? Now, the more you rent out, the more money you save or borrow by the end of that year that you can maintain, you buy more land and you buy more small houses, more casitas, more boxables, whatever you want to call it. And that way, when you get to the point where you have enough stuff where the income you're bringing in from the things that you own and rent out pays for how you live, that's where you want to be in life. And you ain't got to be no rocket scientist. You don't have to have 25 degrees to do that. You just need to have a little bit of time, money, and discipline to make that shit work. And that is what I'm working on right now. I'm already on that fucking list. And I cannot wait for them to call me. Okay? I am currently now saving to try to get 2 lots in New York City. I don't give a damn where they are. West Bubble fuck, right next door. I don't care. I just want it. I want it so I could put that thing on top of that land, pay my property taxes, and have people live in there. Not don't rob them. Give them a decent rent so I can have a decent living. And that's what life is about, black women. It's not about fucking relationships and worrying about hidden subtle messages and propaganda in the world and commercials and etc. where you think your only purpose in life is to be attached to some dude who's going to cause you most likely stress, issues with your health because they're disgusting. They run out here sleeping with men, women, children, animals, doorknobs, dolphins, horses, and dogs. You don't know what they're up to. So why you worry about putting yourself in a position to be disappointed by them is beyond me. Okay? We want to think about ourselves, do the things that's best for ourselves. With all those little stories of nuggets of change in there, I want you to keep in mind, play back the video if you have to, so that you know how to save money. I'm all about you with your money. Now, currently, I'm getting ready to put together a video, even though I didn't want to give videos like this until I actually had got the member channel because I don't think it's fair. But the people who really rock with me, I think that you all deserve only all the real information that I want to give, because the other people, they don't really care. They just come in here for the moment, don't even stay the full duration, or they're just haters, one of the two, right? But for the ones that really rock with me, I wanted to have the channel so that when I give out information to those of you that are going to come for the membership, right? You come and I give you your money's worth. Like, I have a lot of resources. I know a lot of shit. And I'm not like a lot of these women on here that's where they're going to only introduce you to what it is they're talking about to make change. Nope. I will teach you the whole thing step by step, because it's not, to me, it's not a fucking issue. I don't have to try to play people and charge them thousands of dollars for shit that's public information or stuff that when you go somewhere to learn it or be around the people that are in that area or in that field, you're going to learn it for free. So, look, I believe in you help black women. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the right thing to do. Life will reward you for it. That's what I believe in. That's what I have experienced my entire life. Believe me when I tell you. Okay? So, that's what I do. And that's what I would continue to do. But I need to get my channel back to where it was, because I had to take it out because of all of the crazy shit attached to it. Y'all know how treacherous these assholes are on YouTube. And I know it wasn't just the men. It was a lot of black women helping them too. Where every time you click my name, it had hate speech channel. And you know, as a result of that, YouTube was flagging me, threatening to get rid of my channel anyway. So take the shit. Take it. Take it. Believe me, black women, I would love to be here to help you. But if I have to go today or tomorrow, I will. Because unlike the rest of these people, this is not my livelihood, okay? And I do get insulted when I work very hard to give you real information that I know, not just fucking around with you, but I know is going to help you. And y'all don't appreciate me, but you appreciate somebody talking about fucking a dude or being with a dude or why you should get married or shouldn't. That shit is insulting, because that shit is so stupid, and it doesn't amount to nothing. And black women always lose in relationships with black males. They did a whole fucking report about it, and y'all still act like, when I'm telling you, that shit is for the birds. It's not even necessary to worry about that. It's a waste of your time. Y'all still go over there listening to that bullshit in record numbers. And I mean all of them. From Priscilla to Woman's Fears to Cynthia to DZ, all of them motherfuckers. All they do is talk about black dudes every fucking day. How are you empowering black women when that's your only fucking topic? You not. So anyway, My point is, right? You are all you need. And other black women who believe the same thing about themselves. Because those black women are going to be of the mindset to be out here moving, doing, shaking, and making it happen. So therefore, when you need to know, what do I do in this situation when this just happened or that, they're the ones that are going to have the answer for you. And also be probably the ones in the position to help you out with that. It's important. It is important we stick together. We do the right thing by one another. We stop all of this hating and fucking with each other when it's not necessary. Tell the truth on each other, that's for sure, okay? Because just because we black women don't mean we all good black women, right? So you need to tell the truth about shit. But even a bad motherfucker, give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove you otherwise, you know? Because they too are going to have a day where karma catches that ass and grips it like a motherfucker, okay? So, but remember all this, because that's only what I want for y'all. And I've been telling y'all that since day fucking one. And I did find a couple of videos that I had left in StreamYard, right, that they didn't delete. So I'm going to start reloading those up back to this channel so y'all could get some of the old information, whatever the hell is left. I think I got some shit left in my phone too, so I'll start uploading that as well. It was a wealth of information that I lost on that other channel, but it's not like we can't get it back. The next video I'm going to do for y'all, and I want y'all to know this, right, is about food. Remember I mentioned a month ago that all that extra food stamps and benefits that they were giving us because of the COVID, it ends this month. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get all the information I can to help black women find places where they can get food as cheaply as possible. So even though if you don't have a lot of money, you and your children can still eat healthy and not junk food and nasty food. And along those lines, I got to tell y'all this. Black women, use Google to save your life. And by that I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, do not be eating no fucking chips and all that cheap shit that builds cholesterol in your body, starts to develop high blood pressure and all that other shit, put you at risk for heart attack, stroke. Don't do that shit. Diabetes, don't do it. Go on Google. They have lots of websites where you could, like, say, you know, give me a cheap recipe for less than $10, right? That's nutritious. Type that in, see what comes up. I know it was a lady. I didn't get her information when I was watching Today in New York early one morning. It was a white lady. She wrote a whole book about like recipes to make for like less than $20. A whole fucking book. I gotta look through everything in my house too, because I know I got stuff like that too. But listen, when you buy fruit, I'm just giving you tips now. You don't gotta take it. You're gonna buy fruit that lasts and that are most nutritious and that does your body the best good. You're gonna get bananas. You need bananas. That's a good source of potassium. Good for the body, okay? Even if you don't eat the whole fucking thing, take a banana, cut it in half, give half bananas to the kids. Get some oatmeal. Real fucking oatmeal from out the store. Get your ass up. Make a pot of oatmeal. Don't get that shit in the bag. Don't you do it. Okay? It's not good. All right, you get the old shit, Farina, or the regular oatmeal with the Quaker Man on the box. You could put some sugar in it now if you want to. Use brown sugar. Brown sugar is way healthier than white sugar, okay? White sugar is granulated and it goes through a process to make it white. No good for you. But if you use brown sugar, you are right and you don't have to use that much. Believe me, I'm telling you the truth. If you don't want to mess with sugar, because sugar is actually bad for the body, but when you're young, you need shit like that, right? Because you need the fatty stuff to... Anyway, that's another video. You can use brown sugar, just don't use a lot. If you have older children or you want to use it yourself as an adult, molasses is the best goddamn thing to sweeten up anything. Look, my people is from the South. We love some fucking molasses, okay? It's thick, it's chunky, it's good. Fill your ass up, okay? You could thin the molasses in a blender. I'm telling you tricks of the trade. Listen. When I left my second husband, me and my kids was very poor. Okay, this is the shit we did. We had to make money stretch, and we did it. Okay, because I remembered all that stuff my grandmother taught me. All right, so molasses is good, and you can put molasses in the refrigerator or leave it on the counter. It is good to go. You talking about pantry foods, okay? So you can put that to sweeten anything. Get a piece of bread. Spread that shit on a piece of bread. You will be full. The other thing, avocado. You hear me? Avocado will fill your stomach. I don't know what that damn thing is made of, but if you eat an avocado, you full. If you don't have a lot of money, and this is good stuff for your body. Black women, you could take that avocado skin, scrape out the inside, put that shit on your face as a damn facial, okay? You can use every bit of that goddamn, I think it's a vegetable. You can use every bit of it, whatever it is. Vegetable, fruit, I don't know. You can use every bit of it. Don't waste it, right? All right. So now you know avocado is good. Avocado could go with everything. Everything. You can eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you put it with rice and potatoes, you don't need much meat. All you need is another vegetable to fill up the place of the meat. Try eggplant. Eggplant is very good for you. What else? And it's cheap most of the time because most people don't want to eat it. Okay? What else is out there? You got eggplant. Squash is good too. All these things you can eat instead of meat. These are vegetables. And to extra fill up, beans. Get all types of fucking beans. I don't care what they are. You know, a pack of beans is way cheap. A bag of beans is way cheaper than a can. So if you don't know how to cook them, there's tons of videos on YouTube to show you how to cook beans, Southern style, Hispanic style, Asian style. Hook it up. Do a variety of all three if that's what you like. Learn to cook bean salad, vegetable salad. You understand? You get the point here? Because when you don't have money for meat, you substitute with other shit and you be healthier. You will be healthier. When it comes to the fruit, your main staples are bananas, oranges, and apples. All the time. Everything else is a fucking delicacy. Do you hear me? Okay? The vitamin C will be good for your heart and cholesterol, your eyesight, all that type of shit. If you're able to get some carrots, throw that in there. That will also help you, gives you vitamin K. So many things you could do being poor that you never thought of. You got to use Google, okay, to get those recipes for under $10. I'm going to put that video together for y'all. I want to help y'all because being poor don't mean you got to suffer. Always remember that. I'm poor myself. I ain't rich. Just because I could spend a little shit don't mean I ain't poor. I'm poor too. But I will not live like that. Do you hear me? And I'm not living above my means. I'm just living at the means I'm at comfortably. That's how I'm telling you I'm doing it, right? You always see me chilling because I do not let shit fuck with me, and I'm not going to. I refuse to. Refuse. Because all you got to do is know some shit, handle some shit, stop some shit, and you be able to live good, period. No matter what all that means. Good. You be living good. You really will. I'm telling you. You really will. Because it starts with up here. It ain't about this all the time. Okay? Talking about black women only. I'm not talking about people with relationships pulling other grown people in their lives causing fucking problems. I'm talking about black women by themselves or black women with children. You can live a good life without all the trash, the stress, and the drama. You just got to love you. Know how to do a few things that, you know, maybe you didn't know, or you got to learn how to make it a little better, and you good. But start with those few things. I'm telling you, I'm going to make that video for y'all because when I was watching news today, I know it's going to hurt my women here in New York City because they lazy. And I'm going to tell you why they lazy. We have food pantries like a motherfucker down here, okay? We also have farmers markets like a motherfucker down here, and they also take food stamps. We got pantries, farmers markets, food banks, emergency services from welfare, churches that give out food just to be giving it out, people who have come together and made their own freaking neighborhood refrigerators. But the black women, some here, sometimes are so fucking lazy because they want to be stereotypes. And they like to play with these little street niggas like it's okay when they should just stop doing that. Get an education. Go to parenting classes. And have that absorb your whole life. They would change. Oh my God. The way that their life would change and the world would open up for their children would be amazing. I'm telling you, it's just so. In thinking about those crazy women that live here with me that I walk past every day in the street. Oh, somebody recognized me the other day. I was like, "You friend or foe?" But it felt good. But anyway, I was like, "Did I help you?" She was like, "Yeah, you funny too." I was like, "I don't try to be. I'm just me. I'm sorry." But anyway, and she asked me about Naya. I thought that was hilarious too. I was like, that crazy dog is upstairs, probably chewing up some shit right now. I go upstairs and have a heart attack. But anyway, that was fun. But yeah, I was thinking about those women, and I know it's gonna be rough, right? Because America just don't like black people. It just is what it is. So we as black people, when we have intelligence, and we not trying to coon it up, like the channel that I got kicked off the other day, Women Making Money, we know the reality of shit. They don't like you, so there's no such thing as allies. You can network with people, but ain't nobody got your back. So that's a bunch of bullshit. So what you do is you just do what you have to do for yourself. And in doing that, I'm going to tell you again, replay this video, listen to the bunch of nuggets I gave you in it, and use them so that they could best appropriately benefit your life. And I will continue to do so. All right, I'm going to go see what the fuck Naya's doing because she's awfully quiet, okay? She probably ripped up another pair of my damn shoes, goddamn dog. But anyway, I'm going to go check on Naya because Buddha don't be saying shit. He just be laying there looking at her like, you going to get in trouble. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of your Sunday, right? Please don't listen to any of these people on here telling you all this crazy stuff about you and the requirements or your loyalty or your expectations of being a black woman that you must fulfill towards a black male, because that's not true. If that was true, the cosmos would have made it, God would have made it, nature would have made it, the universe would have made it for you to always be born with a black male attached to your side when you came in this world. So since you did not come into this world with one of them attached to your side or joined at the hip with you, you live this life for you, beautifully for you, okay? You do and get everything out of this life you know you deserve, because we work hard in this fucking world and we get disrespected more than anybody else. So it's up to you to respect yourself. Keep out all the bullshit that you don't need in your life and go out of your way to bring all the fucking joy you can into your life. I'm telling you, even if you have to struggle and juggle to make it happen, do what the fuck you need to do to be happy. I'm serious. Outside of being in a relationship worrying about some goddamn man. All right? I tell you, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get out of here. I was in the house today playing around on Google Certificate and my girlfriend called. Now my girlfriend is Holly. I've known Holly since we were in, what grade were we in? The 10th grade? And we still friends, right? She was telling me that she has not seen her relatives in a location for some time. And she was saying, you know, Steph, I really want to go. I really miss them. And things are hard for all of us. None of us have like just thousands of dollars to pull out of our fucking pocket and go, come on, let's go to Europe and go see these people or whatever. Nobody ain't got no money like that. For a whole bunch of people. One person could do it. That shit is like $3,000 the most. That ain't no money. When you talking about 3, 4, 5 people, you talking about damn near 20 to 30 fucking $1,000. Okay, and I'm not bullshitting, because you gotta factor the airfare to and from, round trip, the hotel stay. When you get there, the fact that the euro is much more money than the American dollar, you have to make up for that, right? You gotta eat. Every time you go places, all inclusive don't cover everything you need. You got to eat, you got to travel, you want to do shit. You can't be a bum going to people's houses empty handed. I don't believe that shit. I was never taught that way. If you visiting people, you supposed to bring shit. Even if it's a bag of fucking potatoes, you bring something so that your contribution to the household is more than equivalent to your time that you stayed there. You know, that's the way I was taught. I was taught when you go to somebody's house, you bring something. Because while you're there, you're going to be using their shit. Whether it's electricity, whatever, drinking something, eating something, so you need to replenish whatever you took out of that household. That's how I was taught. Sorry if I'm being too stern or too whatever, but that's just what I believe in. So when I go, I know that if I'm gonna be over people's houses, if I don't know how to shop in wherever we're going, which I know I won't, I will put the money in the envelope and give it to them in their hand. Thank you for allowing me hospitality and to stay at your house or visit your house. Period. That's how it goes. That's how I do shit. So I think about all that. That's why I said when you think about all those people going somewhere, especially from America to Europe, that's a few thousands quick. So that's why she was saying, I want to go, but I said, so we're gonna fucking go. We're gonna find a way to go. Don't worry about it. We'll find a way to take everybody you want to go, and we're gonna fucking go. Period. That's it. So she started laughing. She got happy, and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna talk to you later." I'll go. Her dad and mom are very old now. Her mom has dementia, so she needed to take her father to visit her mother in the nursing home. So that's what she went to go do. Right? That's what she decided to do. Me, I would never put my mother in one of those places. Even though we have a bad relationship, I still would never put her in one of those places. Okay? But fortunately enough, my mother has enough children where all of us could take turns taking care of her or at least seeing over her if she ever would come to that state. Right now, with as crazy a life as my mother has lived, she still has all of her faculties, could cuss you out, fight you, and drink you under the table to this day. So she's good at this point. So, but anyway, the nugget of that story was girlfriends are the best. They're the greatest. And especially when they really care about the other woman. Like, I love the fuck out of Holly. Like, Holly has been there when I was a teenager. She was there when I was a young woman. Before I got married, after I got married, the first baby I had, the first heartbreak, the first everything, she was there for it. And she was always the one that would hug me. I'm getting ready to cry. Oh, God. Pat me on my back or wipe away my tears or tell me, don't worry about that shit, Steph. It's going to be all right. And she was always there. So the nugget of that little story is when black women love each other and stick together, we can move fucking mountains. So don't you ever let nobody make you feel bad about your decisions about whatever you want to do for yourself in life. Because only you have to look in the mirror in the morning and say, good job. Good night, y'all.